don't make this mistake when implementing your C++ code with branching. Branching is when we want to add multiple pathways in our program. For example, a decision tree with if statements, if-else statements that will give us a conditional statement, and then we branch off into a different path of the program. Here we have an implementation of a tax calculator based on your filing status and income. When we read down this code, there's an issue called the hanging else problem. C++, unlike Python, does not adhere to any spacing or indentation rules. And so when I want to add an if-else statement, this else statement just gets paired with this if, and an entire issue right here is that this whole body of if statements does not get nested in the filing status. So what happens with this code is that these lines of code are run. These aren't like even read at all. If you see this if statement and this if statement, they don't even get respected. And so what you end up happening is a broken program. And so how do we fix this? Well, the more correct version is to include brackets, curly brackets, to indicate to our C++ program compiler as to what and where should we be branching off to. So if I have a filing status if, then I want to break down into my nested if statements calculating based on my income. And then with the brackets, now this else if statement is then read and then follows a sequence of nested if statements as well. Anyways, that's how you fix the hanging else problem. Is just a good standard practice is to include brackets in your if statements, especially, I mean, by standard, you should be using curly brackets with multiple lines, unless it's only one line under your if statement, where it's basic, you don't really need a bracket. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. Goodbye.